Hello everyone, let's go in a wild fractal adventure across Istanbul, exploring, eating, petting cats, going into weird places and drawing. Yes, today I will be sharing with you one of my quote unquote regular days in Istanbul, which starts from this abandoned shopping mall. I have to go there every couple of years for, let's say, certain travel related tasks. I have to do some bureaucratic business, but each time I go to this place, I can't help but get lost in its complete abandoned corridors. I had actually visited this place before, but 2 years later, it's even more abandoned. I mean, last time at least there were some shops and stuff around, but now almost nothing. And if you listen carefully, the music is actually real music from that site. I did not put it in the background myself. They are just playing this weird music non-stop and there's not a soul to be seen. Except for yours truly. The red light comes from a certain cafeteria, Cafe Line, or Cafe Lalina, I don't know. And just walk through the empty corridors, enjoying the weird grids of rhomboid shapes on the floor, and the square mirrors in the ceiling, and the vast cavernous atriums. Here, not a soul to be seen, except for that guy. Gold dressing in the storefronts of a once busy shop, but the dereliction was really palpable in this visit. I mean, there was not a single open store except for like one supermarket and maybe that Cafe Lina place. And just look, plants and seats rising up to the sky. Anyways, let's get lost in here. There was a strange sound coming from one of those doors, but a reception desk with no one to operate it. Let's take the elevator and go to one of the lower levels and get even more lost. Open Sesame. Now, I love this level because there used to be a movie theater here. Oh, check those tiles, by the way. Now, this place is more back rooms than the infamous backrooms place itself. All that weird repetitive wallpapers. And I kept hearing these strange clicking noises around me, but there was not a soul to be seen. Extremely scary. I mean, I expected an entity or some weird rapist to come out of one of those empty corridors, but there was nobody around. Only me and the strange clicking noises. Closed. This place was a movie theater, then it became a proper theater, but now I don't think anybody is using it. It's just pristine and unused. Closed again. Let's go to the dark lower level because I just like rolling this way. If a place seems demon infested, I just want to penetrate further and further. Go deeper and deeper. That's just the way I'm built, I guess. Who's there? Oh shit, the light illuminated some cameras. So, yeah, let's get out of here. in order to destroy the demonic presence infesting this place, I had to leave a mystical mark of my own. Yeah, get those glands into action. Great tree, sticky saliva. Boom.
That's more fucking like it.
Now it looks properly haunted. And let's make our getaway before anybody else sees what I was up to. In the corridor, pictures of trains from China and a ticket booth for the theater, which I don't think is in operation. Anyways, let's get the hell out of here. That's me with the new camera I bought thanks to your Patreon donations. It makes these expeditions really easier and more fluid, and it has unlocked an entirely new visual language for me, so I'm very happy in that respect. Okay, let's get out of this mall. It's early morning, I was dying for a breakfast, so I sat down at a nearby cafe. And devoured this kind of breakfast item before getting down to draw. Now, this is my favorite way of drawing an illustration. I always carry my art supplies with me on real paper as opposed to digital, and I spent a few hours there drawing. Then lunchtime came knocking and I was hungry again, so I popped down to this nearby restaurant, enjoyed a nice half portion of rice and meatballs. Let's wash our hands and go exploring through Istanbul's Mecidiyeköy district, dominated by this Blade Runner-like oppressive overpass and these tall skyscrapers. And there was this inflatable cook guy just waving and waving and waving and waving. Too bad I had eaten, because I would have loved to try the food there. Then let's go underground into Istanbul's extensive metro network. Just take my money, bitch. Why don't you just take it? Past these weird ads, even deeper underground. And on comes the train. And on we go to Taksim, Istanbul's notorious central square. It has changed a lot in recent years, and I'm not gonna comment too much on it, but it's become really chaotic and kind of miserable, but still also vibrant in its own sense. Some fruit stands, some gyros or döner stands, some meat stands. A poor war veteran begging. I mean, the conditions are really dire in Turkey economically, so these are the scenes you get. I had to go to Taksim in order to visit my publisher, and after that I petted a lot of cats. Oops. There's no shortage of pussy in Istanbul streets, that's what I can tell you. And then I got lost in the back alleys of the adjacent Elmadağ and Pangaltı districts, which are home to some of the most liveliest and bizarre and thus the most beautiful sights you can ever see in this town. Check out these tiles, worn by the passage of feet across years. Another beautiful doorway. A guy who sells fruit, really fresh. This beautiful pixel art tile game from this 1950s apartment. Look at the door as well. And look at these tiles. All of these old apartments, they're really beautiful to just admire even. And it's still nice to see these areas which are still vibrant, living. People still live here. They're not gentrified yet. This street was called Babil Sokak or Babylonia Street. And like Babylon of yore, it's full of people from all walks of life, all nations, or all languages. Here's a nice way to carry tires. Another cat. Like each day I see literally 100 cats in Istanbul streets, and there's still not enough. This lady looked like a ghost with her all white clothing. Deeper I go, the more eclectic the architecture gets. These are some row houses from the Ottoman years, which are really rare in Istanbul, because row houses were not really a thing in the Ottoman years. Oh, check this out. Only the Dead Sea. What? The end of war? There was another cat here and I just couldn't resist petting her. And this cat was a arrogant type, like was probably called, try to get into my coat, before being startled by this noise from the street. You naughty, naughty cat. Here, take this trash. You deserve it. Anyways, there was another eclectic apartment, this time from the 1980s, with these mosaic, and these houses are from the 1930s or the 40s, built probably by Greek architects of Istanbul, and they have a nice, elegant style all of their own. After picking this weird sticker, I went to a gentrified part of town nearby, full of modern and angry people, to visit the Antiques Bazaar of the nearby Feriköy district. This bazaar is full of all sorts of weird, I don't know, iron ants and iron or brass praying mantis figures, old glass from God knows when, old TVs and electronics, lots of gimmicks, knickknacks and old stuff, but on the whole this place fills me with a sense of sadness and tackiness. Then I grew hungry again and popped down to a nice dinner place in one of the nearby side streets. I wolfed down some soup and some rice and got down to drawing again. For me, this is the best way to make art, just being on the move. I'm not inspired per se by the city or the cats or something, but just being on the move and seeing new things really stimulates me and makes me extremely productive. I mean, if I was sitting at home, it would have taken me much longer, and today I finished 2 alien drawings already, all thanks to Istanbul's chaos, cats and good food. And also, all thanks to you, my dear supporters on patreon.com. Here you can see all the names of the chosen people, the preferati, the cosaminati, who have been kind enough to support this channel. And if you want to join their ranks, even $1 a day makes a huge difference. With your donations, I was able to afford the camera which I used to film this episode, and thanks to you now I will be able to film many more slice of life videos from Istanbul or other parts of Turkey, my travels and my artwork and my daily life. So thank you all once more, and goodbye. This has been CM Kozaman.